I'll tell you a little story. There was a girl who did a mashup, and said the old Lex versus the new Lex. She'd taken scenes and mashed them up with scenes of me doing Lex and Michael doing Lex. She cut it to the song, "Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better," and it was pretty funny. And I thought, like, some of the mashups were mean, but hers was quite clever. It showed Michael wiring something up, and then it had a van or a hospital van, and it blows up. And then she took my resume shot from my website and put double horns on it, and then sort of made it flash as if I was being blown up. And I thought, well, that's not very nice, but it's but it's funny, you know. Like when you went to YouTube to look at it, the first 3 comments were really scathing about me. So I thought, well, I'll write something, you know, saying, hey, I had fun doing it, and I like your mashup and whatever. So I did. Other people wrote things and said nice things, and so we got rid of some of the horrible comments, being immediately visible. And so I got an email through YouTube, and it said, "Are you messing with me? My friends all tell me you're something you're messing with, but if you're the real Mackenzie Gray, you cannot believe how much this means to me. And that, oh my God, that if you actually looked at my mashup, and I'm sorry I was so mean if it is you." And I wrote back and said, "Yeah, no, it's me. It's not someone messing with you. And if you write to my agent, here's the address. I'll send you a picture that was taken on set that only I have. You know, I've got copies of it, and you know, I'll sign to you, and I'll mention your video in it. So I'll send that to you." So I get this package at my agency. She wrote such a lovely letter that so I send her a picture, and I send her a page from the sides that day of when we shot. You know,
cool.
Last line stuff that nobody could get.
Right.
You know, like sides you can't get unless you're on set. And so I sent it back to her, and she lost her mind. That was really fantastic. So it was nice to do something nice for her.
Most people in the industry have demo tapes, audition tapes.
Yeah.
I heard about one you did that was 15 characters in a minute and a half.
That was my audition tape for the net.
Net.
I got a call from my agent in Toronto saying that they were looking for an actor who could be versatile, and be a German spy one minute and an English soldier the next and whatever. And they had these loose terms, Obi-Wan Kenobi to whatever. And I knew the actors that were going in to read for this, because I talked to a few of them, and they were just going to go in and do a few accents maybe, whatever. And I thought, well, I think they wanted to be impressed.
Right.
And so I got a hockey bag full of costumes and facial hair and wigs and pieces and all that stuff. I tried doing it at home, but my camera wasn't good enough I couldn't do the edit cleanly. I called an actress friend of mine, Corinne Dwyer, who I'd just done a play with. And we went to a place called Get It Cast, which doesn't exist anymore. But they had digital lock-off cameras, which were new then, 1998. Remote that could stop the frame, it would freeze it, and so you could pick it up, so you didn't have the whole thing shutting down. We taped my hands to a little table in front of me, so I had a place to place myself. We did the same thing with her, so we shot with her dirty in the frame. It's a 3-page scene, and I did the first line, and I had a hood, and you know, sat in my position, and the hood was kind of dark, you couldn't really see my face. And then we locked off the camera, and I went off and totally changed. And I came back with this little military sort of like cloth cap and a wig and some round sunglasses. I did 15 characters, and they all just changed like that. You know, it's completely obnoxious. And,
that definitely shows that you're versatile.
Well, I figured, you know, go big or go home. Right? I just went nuts. I had fun with it, you know. So I sent this tape, but I sent my demo, which I just had done. It was a good demo, and I'd done a film shot in Montreal that had launched me in Hollywood, called Strip Search. It was one of those great roles that you get that's just a God-given role, you know. It took me ages to figure out what that character was when we were rehearsing in Montreal. And one night I was in a cafe trying to get my head around this part, like, what can I do? The girl in the cafe put on Tom Waits, Swordfish Trombone, and I'm a huge Tom Waits fan. There's a song called The Soldier's Things, and I'm going on a crazy tangent here, but it makes sense. And I had a line in the film that was about, you're the one who brought 7 Chinamen home in a box. And I was just working on that bit when I heard, in this box, and, oh my God, he's Tom Waits, that's who he is. So I went through the whole script, and I kind of did it like it was Tom Waits, and in the attitude, and I found the character. The film had just been put out, and I had a videotape of it, so I put it on my reel and opened the reel with these scenes from Strip Search. And so it couldn't have been further from what I had done in the audition. And I missed my agency's FedEx sent to Vancouver. So, oh well, I'll just send it on my own. So it got there the next morning, right to the casting director, Sid Kozak, and the American producers had come up. And it was the first thing they put in. My agency didn't even arrive till noon or whatever, you know, after 10. And so I was the first thing they saw, and the producers told me this letter, and they said, so they put in this tape, and it was this cracked thing, and they were, oh my God, who is this guy? And they loved it. They loved that it was so inventive. And then they said, well, let's see what else you can do. And they put in my demo reel, and the first thing was Strip Search. Two of them had seen it in LA.
Wow.
And had remembered me from before, so it was like, we got to have this guy. But they had already decided that role, they were going to cast either Malcolm McDowell or Tim Curry. And they didn't know what to do, so they took another role that had been written to be a kind of sloppy Dennis Franz kind of character. And they dropped the actors that they had seen and called back, so sorry guys. And they made an offer. They phoned my agent and made an offer saying, because we'll make that character the hitman, a guy who can be a master of disguise and do all these other things, and that we got to have him on the show.
Did you do music for Sesame Street, or just
yes,
write
I
this?
did.
You did?
Yeah, let me get the other guitar. I can show you what I
Sure.
wrote for Sesame Street. Because I wrote a song for a piece that I wrote, because I wrote for Sesame Street for 4 years.
That's right.
And I did little vignettes. I wrote a tune to go with one I wrote. So I played it, but I'm not the greatest. I mean, like finger picking is and I play rock and roll and chords and stuff. So they hired a guy to do it. When it did the, that was the skipping. So it was when the kid jumps up and the skip goes up. That's on one of the vignettes somewhere. You can hear that. And and I'd write occasional ones that were fun for adults. I had to sit and watch it with the kids. So, you know, to write the letter B or not to write the letter B, I wrote that.
So do you have a favorite Sesame Street character?
Ernie and Bert were kind of funny because I love their shtick.
What do you have coming up next?
Well, I have something really special. I'm returning to the stage at the Stanley Theatre with the Arts Club, and I'm doing August Osage County. And won the Pulitzer Prize the year before last, and won every Tony Award on Broadway, and the Steppenwolf Company did it. It's an amazing play by a playwright named Tracy Letts, and it's like a big play, 3 acts. It's a family drama. I was a part of the role of Steve, and Janet Wright is directing it. It's got a great cast of people. We're rehearsing during January and on stage in February, and that's exciting and a little scary.
Yeah?
Yeah, good nerves though.
The thing about socks.
Socks?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe you can tell a lot about a person by their socks.
Okay.
Can you tell me what color you're wearing today?
Black.
And do they always match?
Yeah. Socks are an interesting thing for me because I like them to match and I like them to feel comfortable. And I used to own tons of colored socks, but I wasn't proud of wearing them. I'm not, like, you know, you match. I like to match, you know. If I've got a tan suit, I'll wear tan socks, you know. But I'm a diabetic, so I'm supposed to have diabetic socks, and I have a few pairs. And whenever I wear them, I think, oh, I should have more of these because they're really comfortable. I'm sure they come in all sorts of colors, but the ones that I've seen are black. And but I'm wearing black socks because I have black pants on it. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely.
Is it revealing some deep inner dark thing about me?
It tells me that you're one of those people that just like to have things just so, and it's a good thing to match. I personally never do.
But I've often gone with gals that are totally messy, that hang their clothes up on the floor, make clothing salads, you know. You know, you gotta find through it. And I'm the tiny guy. I put things away. I like the stuff in its drawer and stuff, but I'm not anal about it. But there's an order in the chaos. You know, and I guess that I like order in the chaos, and I do not mind chaos, but I like to have some sort of order through it. You know. I don't think about socks that much, except, you know when you think about socks, it's when they don't match, and you put on blue socks thinking they were black. How often do you go through the day and think, oh, I'm wearing black socks today? What have you got?
Mine, a lot of thought goes into mine. I always wear mismatched socks.
So you dressed yourself today?
I did.
Yeah. All right.
But again, to go with the order of chaos, there has to be a theme with my mismatched
Which is stripes today.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
And you too.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. It's great. Good luck with your show.
Thank you so much.
Get lots of hits.
I'll try.
Yeah. Tell them Lex Luthor's on your show.